Hey there! So we have another haul. Exactly a week since I filmed my Boots and Amazon eBay haul. I have another haul. As I said in my last haul, I haven't been getting out lately, and because of this I had money, and I had money that I obviously hadn't spent because I hadn't been leaving the house. And I also had stuff I needed. And then I saw Makeup Revolution and Freedom Makeup had brought out a load of different Halloween stuff. And if you know me, you'll know that Makeup Revolution is one of my favourite brands. And I was like, oh no. And I go on to Superdrug, and as well as that, I noticed that something that I needed, which we'll get to in a minute, was on a really good offer. So I went a bit bonkers again, and this will be the last thing you see me buying for at least a week. I can't promise anything here. Though a friend of mine did tag me in a post the day after I made this order of the new Sleek palettes, the gemstone themed collection that Sleek are coming out with. I was like, you've got to be kidding me. No, not meant to do this. Anyway, I do have a box of things to go through. Also, my very first instinct when I first turned on the camera was to apologise for how I look. But as my friend Faye pointed out, I don't need to. And so, especially for you, Faye, I am not going to apologise for how I look. I'm not doing it. See how long that lasts. It's a very bad habit. You shouldn't do it. No, absolutely not. But it's a bad habit of mine. I apologise an awful lot anyway when I just don't need to, but especially when it comes to my appearance. So I'm doing my best not to. Anyway, I'll get the boring bits and bobs out of the way first. This was a freebie I got for buying so many skin things, I think it was. This is a shower gel and body souffle set. I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet, because it's really not up my alley at all. So, I don't know yet. I think you need to be farther back. Back you go. That better? Yeah. Actually, sorry, you move and the move. Anyway. The really good deal I spoke about was, I have spoken about on this channel before, razor blades. Because I have extremely stupid sensitive skin, especially on my legs, I have found the only razor blades that I can use and not end up wanting to tear my legs apart are the Venus Spa Breeze razors. However, they're really expensive and it's so annoying. Razors are expensive in the first place, but because also I have to change them very regularly, otherwise that also upsets my legs. It's like, and so I haven't bought any in a while, and I was really telling it. I have new scars on my legs because I've been itching them to pieces. It's horrible. And Superdrug had them on the 3 for 2, so I got 1, 2, 3. And yeah, this one is already open because I've already put a new one on my razor. I was desperate. So desperate. These are the purple ones. The Breeze ones. There's also the pink Spa ones. I think there's like a scent difference, but who's going around smelling razors? Anyway. It's just, you know, I like purple over pink. That was literally my only thought behind this. And I have the purple razor in my shower at the minute. So that was sort of my main reasoning for ordering from Superdrug, because I often would order from a Makeup Revolution site directly. However, I haven't ordered from them since they've changed over to Town Beauty, and I have heard that they're having a lot of issues because they're moving warehouses, which is completely understandable. But because I am impatient, I thought, well, if I order from Superdrug, 1, I get free delivery because I have a beauty card. 2, I get beauty card points. 3, I can get the razor blades. and 4, I get the makeup really fast. So I have a few more boring bits before I get onto the good stuff. I have Simply Pure skincare. This is my favourite morning serum. This is Simply Pure Hydrating Serum for sensitive skin. This is my 3rd bottle. It is really cheap. I think it's like £2 something. It lasts 4 months or so. If you can hear giggling, that's my brother. I'm going to tell him this in a minute. Anyway, and the other thing I got was the Simply Pure Refreshing Toner. I'm a bit of a toner. What's the right word? I like my toners. I like trying new ones. I thought, oh, I haven't tried this one. Let's try that one. That was literally my only thought. As it was 2 for £2.50 on the Simply Pure range. I could have, thinking of it, just got 2 of these, but what's the fun in that? Not from Superdrug, but it's in my box, so I'll show you. It came through today. I got some oil blotting sheets from China that's come through. A couple of bits that are not Makeup Revolution / Freedom Makeup before I get to them. I got MUA matte lipstick in Lilac Bell. I wanted it for a little while, and I don't shop in Superdrug often because it's not the easiest place to get to for me. And I used to be a really big fan of MUA, and then I went off them, and I don't know why, because I like them. I don't know why I went off them for. Anyway, this is Lilac Bell, which is a very pretty, it's a pinkier lilac than I thought it would be. Actually, let's put it on now, why not? Using the camera as a mirror again. Apparently everyone wants to make noise today, because now there's someone mowing the lawn. I need a mirror so I can see what it looks like. I'm telling the camera. Oh, I quite like that. It's very matte. I'm not used to matte lipsticks. I'm going like that. And it doesn't work. I will take it off because it seems a bit weird with no makeup on, but it's just really professional way to take it off. You know, there's Micellar water next to you, remember, it'd help. I don't know why I do that. I always just wipe it off. It's like, no, it doesn't work. You need to actually take it off, especially when it's matte. There we go. Anyway, next thing I got was another MUA thing. Actually, all the makeup that I got that wasn't Makeup Revolution or Freedom was MUA. I've just realised that. Anyway, I needed another white pencil, as you probably the giggling. Right. As you probably noticed, I use white kohl pencils quite a bit. So I got the MUA eyeliner in Snow White. I like the name. The brain. Of course I'm going to like the name, but I think I had that one a long time ago. And the final thing I got from MUA was the MUA Luxe Metallic Liquid Lips in Twinkle. You may remember I got a lip gloss I actually did a look based on called Spark that was a purple blue reflection goodness. Well, this is from the same range. This is called Twinkle, and this is a black lip gloss with a ton of, it's actually more of a charcoal lip gloss with a ton of sparkle in it. So let's try this on, shall we? That was really good application there, wasn't it? Obviously, I think you'd wear a black or something like that underneath it. God, look at this. Look at the mess I'm making. Yeah, I really like it. What a big surprise that is. Such a shoddy application now, I am going to take it off. And actually take it off with micellar water. Yay, go Catherine. Right. Now we get to the Halloween makeup, which I'm like, yay! What was that? Oh well. Okay, I think this is the only... Is this the... No, it's not the only bit from Freedom. Do I start with eye stuff or face stuff first? I don't know. Where do I start? I don't know! Oh, it's in my hand now. This is the Freedom Professional London Special Effects Ghost Stories kit. And this is grey. This is basically a grey contour kit, and it says a palette with light and dark shades for ghostly contouring. So in we go. Like so. And we actually open up the palette like a... Come on. Why can't I know that? There we go. You may tell I've already swatched some of them. I couldn't wait this morning. But we have this, down here are all creams, down here is all creams, and in the middle is powder. So you have a matte white cream, you have a very slightly off ivory gold shimmer cream, and you have a silver cream, and they're all really pigmented and nice, as you can see. And this is when I need micellar water again. And then on the other side, which I have to... Oh, fudge. On the other side I can't show you swatching because I'm left-handed, but we have a light matte grey cream, a medium grey cream. Actually, I wouldn't call that medium, that's more a dark grey cream. And a black cream. As you can see, there's not much difference between the middle, which is a dark grey, and the black. And that's more a medium grey than a light. But again, super pigmented. And as we get rid of it off my hand, in the middle you have a white matte powder and a black matte powder. Again, very pigmented. I think this was, I don't think I've got the receipt here, no I haven't, but I think it was £4 or £6, it wasn't very expensive. Very pigmented for the price, I'm really impressed. I was expecting it to be quite waxy, and it is a bit you've got to warm up first. Anyway, next up, as we seem to be going with face first, is the Freedom Special Effects Ghost Whitener to brighten and whiten your complexion. I've heard a little bit about this, and I don't really, no one seems to, I've heard really mixed opinions. This is basically a white foundation. Something that I have been after for ages. If I can, it's got a seal on, which is lovely, but I can't get into it. So I'm now in, squeeze a bit out. How opaque are we? Oh, well, actually, I was expecting that to be really watery, and it's not. It's quite opaque. I'm impressed. I'm very impressed. Well done, Freedom. We'll see how it goes when I actually use it. And once I have filmed this haul, I am going to be filming a look with all the things that I got, because I just can't wait. And it's going to be a play with my new things type thing, because I want to play now. I make such weird voices, I'm weird. Anyway, next up is the Makeup Revolution Ghost Contour Stick. I really like this. That was a really cute idea. you get a lot of contour sticks which are a highlight on one end, contour on the other. So this is the same sort of idea, but there's white cream on one end and black cream on the other. So we have the white end, which I was most excited about, and as you can see, really opaque. And then we have the black end. Let me just get the sticker off. That's really opaque. I am impressed so far. So far, there is not one thing that I am not massively excited for. Next up is Makeup Revolution Ghost Sculpt. So it's the same sort of idea as the contour stick, but it's white and black in powder form, and it is massive. I think it's the same size of, I'm not going to try and fish it out, but I have one of their big old bronzers and the same size as that. Just, that is massive if you look. For comparison, it's about the size, it's bigger than my palm. And I admittedly have quite small hands for someone who is my size, but that is really big. This wasn't very expensive either, at all. So, sorry, I've got black on my hands, that's not helping. White side, black side. Ta-da! I don't think I picked up enough of the black, but as you can see, the black's not super black, but if you're using it for contouring, you don't really want it to be. Next up, I am really impressed with that though. I can't wait to try that. Next up, and the last thing in the face department, was what I have seen a number of people rave about and be really excited for, is the Makeup Revolution Ghost Powder, which is a pressed white powder. I'm like, ooh, yes please. Now the only powder, pressed white powder that I've known of for the longest time is Stargazer. I think Manic Panic did one as well. This was like £2, I think. I'm impressed. I am really impressed. I can't wait to use it. For anyone who is either really pale and wants to use it as a highlighter, or someone who is into the more gothic side of style, white powder can be indispensable, but it can be really difficult to find. So yeah, can't wait. Then the last two things I got were, quite obviously, and you can see me putting something back in the box there, giving you it away, the palettes. Come on now. You have seen me use Makeup Revolution palettes all the time. I adore Makeup Revolution eyeshadows. I think they're amazing. You've probably seen me use Give Them Nightmares, which was their first Halloween palette, a number of times. And now we have Give Them Darkness and The Dead Are Alive. Now, I knew as soon as I saw Give Them Darkness, I needed it, I was going to buy it. Even though, to be honest, the colours are very, very similar to Give Them Nightmares. I was like, yeah, I want it anyway. A friend of mine said that she looked at the palettes and said, oh, but I can dupe most of the colours, it's fine. I said, yeah, so can I, but I'm buying them anyway. That's basically how I live my life. So this is Give Them Nightmares, and the minute you'll see it, you will go, yeah, that's Catherine's. If a palette was any more me, we have our purples, we have our greens and our blues, we have a burgundy, a white and a black, and we have an orangey red. If you couldn't, this should just be called the Catherine palette, really. And I love some of the names. What I'm going to do is swatch a couple for you. So let's swatch that one for you, that one for you, that one, and shall we go for green? Let's go green. So I have swatched for you, I have swatched Twilight, which is a matte green. I have swatched Darkness, which is a grey purple shifty colour. I have swatched a beautiful blue shimmery colour called Hell, and Shadow, which is matte black. As you can see, super pigmented, and I cannot wait to use them. Let me in them now. Let me use them now, please. Now. The other palette I was not so sure about. It didn't look quite as me as Give Them Darkness. However, I liked some of the more neutral colours in here, the cool tone neutrals. So I thought, you know, having a palette like this won't be a bad thing, even though that's, you know, that some of the colours you will never use. So this is the Dead or Alive, and obviously, like that colour, and that colour probably will never get used by me, and probably that one as well. We know I'm not a brown person, I'm just not. And there's a gold colour that probably won't get used either. But the thing is, I like a lot of the other colours. I'll swatch some for you. For example, I have swatched Noise, which is a white and green shift. I have swatched Immortal, which is a blue. Fall, which is a lilac. And Depart, which is a burgundy. I like all of those colours, and I'm really impressed with the pigmentation and stuff. So even though it's not quite as screaming me as Give Them Darkness, it is still a palette that I know I will use. I'll probably get much more use out of it than I think I will. So yeah, that is everything I got. I am makeup out. I do not need to buy any more makeup once I've bought the sleep palettes. I'm blaming you, Louise. I am so blaming you. Oh dear. You know, you have that one friend who always enables you and buys through you. That's Louise. That's Louise. I love you for it. Anyway, that's my haul. So I hope you enjoyed my haul, and until next time, just believe. Bye.